Nothing can stop Robocop. Okay, today I'm taking a look at the second of the bootleg Robocop figures that have been turning up in Malaysia over the last few weeks. This is the one that comes with a lot of guns and weapons of destruction. Or maybe just more commonly known as the one from the Robocop 3 movie with the interchangeable left arm. You know the one. As covered in the first review, these bootlegs are based off the classic 1993 electronic Robocop figures from Toy Island. And here's a photo of what the original packaging for this looks like. You'll notice that the original weapon accessories are black in color, while the bootleg has recolored them in white. Well, except for the arm cannon, because that's the piece that's supposed to fit in Robocop's arm. So it's got to blend in with the body, right? Now, the original figure is also supposed to make electronic firing sounds. As you can see, what the blurb here has promised, it says it's supposed to go rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Okay, but no such luck with the bootleg because all those battery compartments and electronic functions have been taken out. So yeah, toy ain't gonna go rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. You gotta make those sounds, on your own, okay? Just like how I did, right? I always find it interesting whenever I look at a bootleg toy and they still include the cautionary notices. They still take the effort to print the cautionary advice on the label, and it says here for ages 3 and up, toy contains small parts not suitable for those under 3 years of age. Yeah, even though this is a knockoff toy, but they still care. The packaging card bag for the bootleg replicates the original cross-sell images for the series, but it does not contain any manufacturer's information. But at the bottom of the card here is a symbol that could be the logo for the company that makes this bootleg. Something that looks like a shopping trolley with a diamond on it. What do you guys think? Out of the package, and this Robocop figure from a distance looks to be just about the same as the one that I covered in the first bootleg figure review. Now somehow though, just by picking up the figure, I could feel that its legs are just really loose. I hate it, okay, when toys come out like this because it's like something that you can't really immediately address, alright? So yeah, it's pretty annoying, okay? Stop it, okay? Now, despite seeming somewhat similar to the previous bootleg Robocop figure that I reviewed, this one here is actually a little bit different. Okay, for one thing, the paint application is a little bit more darker, and you can also see many sculpted differences in the detailing that's on the chest compartment for both figures. Okay, look at this thing. Okay, on the back, the differences in the sculpt and paint apps are even more apparent. It's like looking at two totally different figures. For one thing, the battery compartment area that was on the first bootleg is now gone on this new one. And it also actually has a much better color scheme overall, I think. And I actually prefer this one. And I think that it's a lot closer to the actual movie color tone. Okay, as indicated, this Robocop comes with a ton of weapon accessories. First up, we've got his iconic handgun. This one's recolored white, okay, but it still goes boom, 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 boom. And then he also gets an assault rifle. This one's pretty well detailed. It's got a scope and it kind of seems like overkill, but Robocop's going to need all the arsenal that he can get. And he's also got an M16, all right, the one that goes rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. And lastly, his interchangeable arm cannon. This one looks good. This one is actually movie accurate, alright, so you can actually swap out his left arm and just slot this thing in there, and you got a great looking piece. Okay, so what you need to do is just get this arm plugged out of its socket, okay, just remove it, yeah, just like that. And then just plug in the arm cannon. It fits in very well. For a bootleg, this replication has been executed very well, right? And he looks good, yeah, with this arm cannon in hand like that. He's ready to just blast away the enemy. Yeah, you call for backup. Now, I think it's great that he's got a lot of weapons to choose from, especially if you want to display him just up on a shelf, just armored and ready to go. But what I don't like is the fact that, when there's extra weapons and there's no place on the figure itself to actually store them. Okay, I always prefer to have compartments or slots on the actual figure to store extra weapons. However, if you used the docking stand, the recharging station from the first bootleg figure, you could actually have this repurposed as something of a gun rack, right? Just like a shelf, all right, for you to just store the extra weapons, just have it lying there. I think it looks great, right, like this. It's an option, definitely, for sure. What do you guys think? Yeah, even get the hand in there, right? When it's not in use, just just park it right there. Just park everything there, guys. Okay, so that's the video. That's my look at the second of these bootleg Robocop figures that have been turning up here in Malaysia. So far, I'm pretty impressed with the quality of what I'm seeing here. Because these are straight up replicas, but sometimes, like I mentioned in the first review as well, the replicas don't do it justice, but these ones apparently seem to be doing a good job with it. Okay, there's just one more review to go, the one with the jetpack. In the meantime, thank you for your cooperation. Good night.